You already are. You already are. Be great, you already are. Be great, you already are. Don't be scared to go to business. Don't be scared to work hard. Don't be scared to go to business. Don't be scared to work hard.
You live, you learn, you learn to earn. You live, you learn, you learn to earn. You live, you learn, you learn to earn. You live, you learn, you learn to earn.
Increase the wealth of my mind.
Yo, welcome to class. It's Word Up Wednesday, where we believe whatever the mind can conceive, it can achieve. I'm Professor Miles, and let's go the distance. I'm in a different mindset this Wednesday. I'm in a different mindset. My mindset is different because, I just came back from Colombia. We were with the CCR, and we were talking to these women who are formerly incarcerated, and they're going to college now. They're on their way to college. They're at community college. And so, it's important that my family show up. So my family, we created a documentary. The documentary is called Gang Girl. And Gang Girl focuses mostly on my stepmother going to, hell and back, basically, to grab my youngest sister, who's the youngest sibling of them all, from gang life in Los Angeles, and bring her back to, a loving home. But it forced us to realize where the love was missing in our home. And I think that's something that this documentary, we made it in 2008, 2009, 2010, it reminds us of all the time. So I usually don't like to go to that place. The reason I'm so positive is because I've experienced so much negativity with, gang infestation in my community and home, drugs in my community. I want to inspire you all because, I've been uninspired. I've been unmotivated. I've been in environments where, I just want to survive and make it through. Right? Like when they came to rock the blue and gold, rock the blue and gold. A lot of my success in school comes from me running away from my issues. I knew if I went to school and I just focused on what I needed to focus on, which is getting good grades, I would be able to provide an opportunity for me to leave my house, leave my community, and never go back. But I went to UCLA, and I'm going back to Crenshaw every year, teaching people how to do the same thing, how to just get good grades and get out of the school. And stick my head into some books so I can go to a different world, with reading and whether it's history or fiction. Those are my favorite two types of books to read, or ones about fiction and history and learning people's stories, because it just takes me out of my own head. It takes me out of my community. And that's why I love traveling to this day. I love teaching, because when I teach, I'm like, I might take you to another place. And for me, another place is my safety, it's my stability, it's my security, and it's my greatest challenge and my greatest success. Because if I didn't run away to those books, I didn't run away to earn great grades, I wouldn't have went to UCLA on a full academic scholarship. If I didn't run away, from UCLA when I was just, that's a whole nother Word Up Wednesday. I'll talk to y'all about that later. But if I didn't run away from UCLA, I wouldn't have gotten the pen and been able to become an Ivy League man. If I didn't still want to, not return to LA and Los Angeles at that time, because I was still running away from my family, and I realized, my family has made me who I am. So you asked me how I can teach people how to overcome the challenges that are in higher education. Well, I overcame, the challenges in higher education ain't nothing in comparison to gang life, drugs. And it's like, if I could make it through school while working 3 jobs, overcoming gang culture, overcoming drug culture at UCLA, public high schools, it's like, if you had any type of more stable environment than that, I can teach you how to survive college. Because you're just trying to find yourself. That's easy. but you can't even do that until you create a stable environment for yourself. So that's why I think self-education is greater than higher education, is because knowing myself, accepting myself has allowed me to use higher education as a vehicle towards my dreams. Because the one mistake I made coming out of high school and coming into this space is thinking that higher education was my savior, and it's not. Like the Bible is not your savior, but it's a means to saving yourself. It's Word Up Wednesday.
It's a story, especially being through the struggle and everything, and knowing that after the struggle, you can still do something with your life. And just because you had to struggle doesn't mean that your life is done, that you have to fall into the circle of still not being able to do nothing, that you actually can get your life together and do what you got to do to make a better living for yourself and your family.
What's your favorite part about the night?
My favorite part about the night is that we share all our feelings and come out to eat and feel like a family.
I think my favorite part was the fact that each of my kids was able to express how they've been feeling for years about what's been going on in regards to the family, and how important that is to other families to know that if there's struggles, that we need to talk about it with each other if we ever are able to overcome those problems. Sometimes we see unsurmountable problems, but if we just talk about it and work things through, then we find out there are solutions to the problem. So hopefully that's what we get out of this film, other people. I just enjoy having the whole family.
You already are.
Go to this, 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 go
You live, you learn, you learn to earn. You live, you learn, you learn to earn. You live, you learn, you learn to earn. Increase the wealth for my mind. Increase the wealth for my body. Increase the wealth for my soul. Let always be mine.